And then we just immolate.
Laxatives!
So anyways, this is Dragon Ball Z
Xenoverse
2. Now, we haven't played 1, we went straight to 2, so...
Because it's the newest one ever.
Well, except for the newest Z fighter, which I think...
Well, the newest Xenoverse.
That's true. So, I have, like, very little DBZ knowledge, and I was told that there's not really so much. I don't know.
It's basically just your average retelling of the Dragon Ball games.
Yeah.
But
you there's a lot of customized features in this, and if you really love to customize, the first 30 minutes
it's a time sink basically.
And like there's a hub, and there's a lot of cutscenes. The cutscenes are really done well, but we wanted to just fight.
But we just went through so many.
Everything's split up in this game. Like offline battles, we went there. You can't actually do that right away. I'm like, what the hell? So you had to like fight and beat the crap out of, or get your butt beaten, because we were level 1, they were level 80.
Well, okay, let me explain that.
So anyway,
so we were trying to find a quest, like the starting quest to go on. We come across this dude. He's like, hey, this quest is level 80 and you're just level 1. Do you want to still do this? And I'm like, look, we just want to fight. Let's go. So we go through like cutscenes after cutscenes of like, we have to write an exam to participate in a tournament because Goku overslept or forgot that he was supposed to fight in a tournament. Jim here, he just got introduced to Dragon Ball Super characters for the first time. So imagine him trying to being confused at Beerus and Choppa and all the other characters. And
do that Choppa.
Or like I have to explain to him who.
Some of them I wasn't familiar with.
Yeah, because they're from the new anime.
Exactly, that's what I figured. I watched it. But once we got into actual fighting, I just said to Nick, like, this feels like what everyone wanted Superman 64 to be like. Like, instead of flying around and going through rings, like, you'd probably want to fly around and beat the crap out of people. In like anywhere on planet Earth. So this really feels like this engine would be perfect for a Superman game.
Definitely.
Or like something
among these lines.
Like they've got the power now. Like back then in the 64 days, they had fog everywhere and rings everywhere.
Yeah.
But now they could do it. They could do a good Superman
a really
game.
good open world Superman.
Yeah, because they tried on the PS2 or PS3 whenever Returns came out, Superman Returns.
Yeah.
And apparently some people loved it, and then other people like this.
It was PlayStation 2 because
that's what I thought.
Remember the trailers for Superman Returns. It was spliced with the Sony PlayStation riffing, so you'd have Katai going $599 US.
It makes you appreciate. It makes you really appreciate how quickly in like 5 to 12 years
technology can improve. Yeah, I mean we're now embracing.
This whole videos on that.
We're now embracing virtual reality.
Yeah, like to a certain extent, and that's another rift I have on Steam games. Like, there's some really cool Steam games I'd love for us to play, but they're VR only, and it's like, I don't have $900. That's even more than a PS3.
Yeah. So plus, I don't think your computer is VR.
Yeah, I don't. My laptop isn't. My desktop's still MI, but. Back to DBZ, I think once you get into the game, it's fun, it's cool, I don't mind upgrading. It's just having to travel around the hub, there should be a way to to actually teleport.
Because
teleport. That vehicle's barely faster than...
Yeah, because unless we forgot how to boost. But the funny thing is, you don't have a flying license.
Yeah, that's... Like, what the heck?
Yeah, so you have to run around trying to find everything, and it's just, it's
tedious.
It's very tedious, especially
They should have set it up like this. Like, they should be like, if you want to play versus mode, play versus mode.
Like, here's the stupid part. Here's the stupid part, okay? So, to get our first proper quest, I had to run over, talk to one guy. Then he tells me something about the clothing shop or whatever. Then I have to talk to another person.
And they tell you about everything. Like, oh, do you know about this? Oh, hey, I want to fight you. I want to beat you up. And then you beat up a few kids in the game that look like kids.
So by the time I got to the last person, he's like, oh yeah, the person you're supposed to meet is at the very place you just left. So I had to just
The
run
Elder.
all the way back.
Yeah, it's sort of like a stupid fetch quest right at the beginning of the game, and it's like, yo,
It wasn't
I
even
just
a
wanna
fetch
beat up
quest. Fetch quests require you to actually give items to people.
And it's like, I just want to go beat up kids
Yeah.
in a DBC game. At least they look like kids, but they're probably older than me.
Yeah.
That's the awkward thing, because like in this game you go to the outside the high school, and like this little kid's like, I want to beat you up. Imagine if that happened in real life. You're passing by the high school, and it's like kids like, I want to beat you up. It's like, okay.
And then you pass by another high school, and it's like,
The guy's taller than you. Yeah. It's sort of like rival schools, but for like kids. In this game, it's really awkward. I know it's a kids game, well, pseudo kids game, but still, it's like, if you imagine this in the real world, like a kid's like, I'm gonna fight you.
it's like, and you just went through hell getting beaten up by an alternate universe version of Frieza.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
All in all, the graphics are really well done. I can't complain about it. The mechanics, like zoom, it's kind of like a more advanced version of what we played on the PS3 with Tenkaichi. That Justin, our friend, is the DBZ pusher in Ottawa.
yep.
And
Okay, when you say it like that, it's like,
play some DBZ.
wanna play some?
I got some
D&D.
I got some Doom, man.
Here's some Doom mods.
I'm gonna bring my Doom next time on Xbox.
Here's Smash Wii U.
We love him. We know he likes
We're
those two
messing.
games. And he likes those more than Smash now, I think.
Yeah.
But
at least until,
I recommend this game. Yeah, Smash 5.
or 4.5.
Yeah, who knows what the number. Smash Switch.
Maybe it's just Super Smash Brothers. They're just gonna reboot it. It's gonna be like a dark and gritty. Mario is smoking pot.
It's gonna be a Dark Souls of Smash Brothers. It's gonna be an edgy Smash.
Yeah, but the Splat kids are like, they're
This game, I hate the hub. Like, they need to separate these modes up. I know
Yeah,
what they were trying to like overwhelm you or something, but there's so many menus.
I think they were trying to make it like a more MMORPG kind of thing, because
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse was spun
GTA
off from an
of-
actual Dragon Ball
GTA
online
of
game.
DBZ. And I think
But
if you
at
can
least
get
with
over
the-
that 40 minutes of like setting up, it gets better. I swear I saw a review somewhere
Okay,
when it came out.
the GTA of Dragon Ball Z would have at least had you go around blowing up buildings. Like imagine
Blowing
if
up
you were
high schools.
Frieza or Nappa
Yeah.
or like the androids. Like imagine that would be
Stealing
GTA.
vehicles that are slower than you.
Yeah, that would be the
I
GTA
like
of
this. I
Dragon
don't know
Ball Z.
what the latest game's like. I don't know if they set up the first game the same way, but once
They
you get
set up
past
the
that,
first game the same way.
they did. Oh my gosh! But I thought it's just something implemented. But I recommend it. It's not. I could definitely see this being a cool game because there's so many characters, and that's a big plus we didn't say before. There's like 40 characters of something crazy.
Yeah, and
to choose
there's-
from.
and there's
you can
even
make your
more
own
coming
character
up.
too.
And there's even more coming up
Yeah,
with
there's
DLC.
Yeah, I have the DLC. I think. I think I
Yeah,
bought it.
but like there's like a newer DLC where it's like
Yeah.
now Goku has a higher power level than ever before, and he's
Yeah.
just like Silver Eyes.
I
It's like,
recommend it. The sounds are good. It looks like the anime as much as it can from when it was released. The new game looks a lot more, like even closer still. Like I don't think they'll get anything better than that, but definitely recommend it. The graphics are very well done. No load problems or anything. I'd say this is, until we try the new one, I'd say go for this one. Just for all the options. Just the options and menus are overwhelming.
this is a 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's a good Dragon Ball game for all the Dragon Ball fans and even newbies who want to get
And it's
into Dragon
fun.
Ball.
Yeah, it's fun. And
But the thing is that it's heavily guarded with cutscenes and
yeah,
fetch
at least you can
quests.
skip them though.
At least you can.
Yeah, if you couldn't, it would suck.
If you couldn't, I would have rage quit.
Because we were in a fighting, we lost, kept losing, and then we had to go back and we had to cut
Do the friggin' exam.
5 seconds per cutscene. So it's like 30 seconds of going through cutscenes every time you
So
die.
imagine if we had to redo all the cutscenes again.
And watch them. It would have been like 5 minutes every time or more.
And I would have
So-
just rage quit.
done with this game.
Yeah.
Don't support your system.
So at the very least, they did a great job in implementing a skippable cutscene function.
Skippable.
I remember when they were
Didn't
not.
in some games.
Yeah.
All right,
It made or
got
broke the
nothing.
game
You've
for
got
me.
anything
But
else?
I have nothing else. This game is good. Go pick it up.
All right, wrong game, but Hadouken. Bye. Keep on gaming.